Welcome back, folks, or welcome me back, folks. Thank you for being here. We are back live again. I do apologize for the longer than anticipated hiatus. We went on a cruise and we were gone for a little bit longer than we expected to be, or I should say, because of the cruise, I was off the air for longer than I expected to be. It's interesting. I went live every single day during the month of December, and then it's like January comes around and cold turkey just stopped. It was not my intent. I do apologize. Thank you all for being here. This is the Godly Trading Podcast, and we are here. If you're just joining us, by the way, drop me a comment in the comments and let me know how the sound sounds. It's been a while since I had to do this kind of a thing, so let me know if everything sounds good. If you can see me all right. And just to let you know what this is and why we're here, we are here every Wednesday at noontime to talk about trading and how trading fits into our lives. We are here at Godly Trading specifically to help fathers, anyone really, fulfill that command from Proverbs that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And I firmly believe that trading offers the best opportunity to do that. By the way, if anybody is interested, before we get going too much further, let me see if I can get this to go here and looking at that. And we are looking at, oh dear, I can't find it. Oh, well, there we go. If anybody is interested, we have a free training session course starting this Sunday. It'll probably be, I'm thinking at least 3 weeks, if not maybe longer. So what I'm doing is a whole series of courses on how to trade various things, how to trade stocks, how to trade Forex, options, futures, whatnot. And so I'll put out in the Facebook group. By the way, free to anyone to join. It's open to anyone who wants to join our Facebook community. It's for traders and people to just gather and talk amongst ourselves about how we're doing it. But anyway, so I put out a survey. Hey, which one should I start with? And lo and behold, the one that got the most votes was the basics, how to trade, period. What is trading? So this Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time, we're going to start the first lesson in this course of how to trade, period. This is going to be a free course open to anybody. You come in there live, you can be with us, and there will be a link to the on-demand replays of this. In the future, the other ones that we're going to do, which is how to trade options, how to trade stocks, those specific things, the lives will always be free if anyone wants to come and join it live. But then the course itself, when it's done, will be packaged and put in the back members area, and they'll be for purchase. But the first one here, how to trade in general, right? What is trading? That one's always going to be free to anybody. So share the link. It's just Godly Trading /training, and anyone can sign up for that. It's always going to be, or at least for now, it's always going to be Sunday evenings at 5 o'clock my time, which is Central Time. So having said that, thank you again for being here. Let me know where you are tuning in from. It is curious because this is my lunchtime, so which is why I do it. But for you might be on the opposite side of the planet. This might be middle of the night for you. So let me dive into the topic of the day, which is finding the right button first. Don't quit. Now, what are you talking about? Don't quit. Well, it's interesting. There is a phenomenon in the fitness world that is known as Quitter's Day. We're all familiar with New Year's resolutions, and I don't know how many of you out there make New Year's resolutions, but even if you're not making something that's considered a resolution, right? New Year's is generally the time, it's relatively arbitrary time, when we say, okay, I'm going to start doing this thing, whether it's getting in shape or whatever it is. In the trading world specifically, sometimes it's okay. The fiscal year for a lot of people ends in January, and so it just sort of makes sense if I'm going to try something new, a new market, a new strategy, a new style, a new whatever it is, I'm going to wait till the beginning of the year. And that was interesting. I heard this from a fitness coach, said that January 14th or the second Friday of January, whichever comes first, is considered Quitter's Day. That's the day when all those people who had made New Year's resolutions to get in shape, and they spend the first 2 weeks of the year going to the gym, they all stop going that Friday. Well, by the same token, here we are at the very end of January. This is about the time from the 15th toward the end of January when the people who are traders who wanted to try something new start to struggle and start to question. I say it all the time in the book. By the way, Deadly Trading is always brought to you by Trading with Joy, a wonderful book. You can get it at our website. I mentioned it in the book that doubt and discouragement are the twin killers of traders. It's not losing money in and of itself that causes someone to quit. It's that voice in your head that says, you don't know what you're doing. You just quit. Just try something else. Just jump. Just move. Just go look at that strategy of, ooh, what was that? Up. Remember the movie Up? By the way, my oldest son believes in this conspiracy theory that the entire movie Up, the old man is dead, right? He dies, and then the entire movie is just his afterlife. It's a very dark interpretation of that movie. But anyway, in the movie, there's a dog named Doug. And every time Doug gets distracted, a squirrel, right? And so there's this voice in your head when things get going tough, when you're starting something new, that says, quit and try something new. One of the reasons that I call people serial strategy jumpers. Once you make the jump that first time, it's so much easier to jump that second time. So anyway, this is the time of year when people struggle with this new thing they have tried in trading. Maybe you're trying a brand new strategy you've never tried before. Maybe you're trading stocks for the first time, or Forex for the first time. Or maybe you're trying day trading when you used to be a swing trader, or vice versa. Well, this is the time of year when the losses and the newness of it have sort of built upon themselves. And now you're struggling with this idea, do I keep going? There's an interesting concept that I heard of from a great fellow on YouTube. His name is Myron Golden. If anybody knows him out there, he's got a business, he's a business consultant, fantastic YouTube channel. One of the things he mentions is this biblical concept that disruption always follows intention. Now, what does that mean? That means when you decide to do something good, the first thing that comes along is something bad. It even points to an interesting translation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was formless and void, right? He said that word was there. It doesn't mean used to be. It means became. A better way to look at it this way. When you set out to do something good or new, is the first thing that happens to you rainbows and unicorns? Or is the first thing that happens some form of pushback? Just this past week, I started doing strength training for the first time, just push-ups and sit-ups. So when you start exercising for the first time, or when you go on a diet for the first time, do you feel better on day 2 than you did on day 1? Or do you feel worse? I can guarantee you that this is day 3, and still just from 15 push-ups. It's so embarrassing to say. Just from 15 push-ups, this really hurts. So when you make it a decision to try something, and I say try, that's not even the best way. When you make a decision, I'm going to go in a new direction, first thing that happens is generally some form of pushback. Now, that's not always the case in trading. There's a thing called beginner's luck, and it is real. Who knows why? But somewhere in the very short-term journey of a new trader, whether you're an experienced trader trying a new market or you're a brand new trader, after that initial, hey, I think I know what I'm doing, that's when the doubt and discouragement come in. And it is so common. It is a tale that all of us can relate to. So I mentioned, in the Bible, we have, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was void, and that means became. Well, think about other times when someone set out on a new task, a new journey. Think about David, right? David was anointed king, and the first thing that happens is he runs for his life. Abraham, God blesses Abraham and sends him out on the road. He doesn't know where he's going. Think about Saul, right? Saul, who became Paul. He has this interaction with God. He meets God on the road to Damascus. And he's going to say, hey, Saul/Paul, you are going to be my missionary to the Gentile world. Fantastic, brand new way of life for you. And by the way, you're going to be blind for 3 days. There is this very real, backed up biblically concept of when you set out to do something new, first thing that happens to you is struggle. And so that's where we are in the month of January right now. We're at this point where you're probably struggling. And it's, it just dawned upon me that I actually have slides for all of these things that I'm saying. What I don't want anybody to do is to give up on trading. these two things are both true at the same time. Trading is simple and trading is hard. Something can be simple and not easy, right? Simple and easy are not the same thing. We all know that I mean, throwing a baseball is easy. Throwing a baseball accurately is hard, but it's the same motion. Drew Brees didn't become the best quarterback in the history of the NFL just because he could do this with his arm, right? He studied and practiced. It was hard, but it was simple. By the same token, trading is simple. It's just hard to do. And we get into this struggle. And let me just read you a couple of verses that have helped me throughout all of this. And my face is in the way of most of that verse. In fact, all of that verse. Let me get rid of my face completely. So I love the story of Nehemiah. I'm actually writing a book about Nehemiah. It's going to be called How to Solve Any Problem, the Prayer, Plan, and Purpose of Nehemiah. So after they have divvied up the wall into small bite-sized chunks, and they start to build. And remember, this wall wasn't like it was a giant set of material sitting there already pre-cut. This wall was rubble. A modern day writer said, imagine going to a gravel pit and saying, build a wall out of that. So after they have built it up to half its height, Nehemiah 4:10 says, in Judah, just all the people that were in Jerusalem, says the strength of the laborers is failing, and there is so much rubbish that we are not able to build the wall. In other words, they're saying, I'm so tired. We had this initial burst of energy. We got everyone together, and we're all in this together, and we're all building this wall, and it's fantastic. And we got it up to a certain level. And to me, these little milestones can be a blessing and a curse. People say, hey, break things down into small chunks, get you some small wins. And it is a blessing and a curse, because you get to a certain point and you think, isn't this good enough? Haven't I learned enough from this already? And then you look at what there is left to do. And think, oh, I'm just ready to quit. That's what these people were saying here, that there's just so much rubble. There's just so much to do. We feel overwhelmed. Don't do this alone, whatever you do. All right. God told Adam way back when. I love this. I heard a preacher once say, right in the middle of Genesis, when Adam is naming the animals, and Adam's noticing, hang on, there's a boy elephant and a girl elephant. And there's a boy dog and a girl dog. There's me and nobody else. And it says, and the Lord said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. This preacher says, God looks down at Adam and goes, that poor old boy, he ain't gonna make it on his own. But not only did God intend it's not good for man to be alone, meaning that we, men, need a woman in our lives, but that we, people, need other people in our lives. Proverbs says it beautifully. And if you didn't know this was from Proverbs, you might have thought this was just a regular idiom, right? As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. Again, with the idea of, in order to do this, you need someone else there to help you. Last one here, Galatians. Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. That is why we are here. And I harp on this. You're probably tired of me hearing about community. Guys, trading is a wonderful opportunity. Anyone can do it. I've got a fellow that I know in Nigeria who's a member of our group. He trades on his phone. And he trades on his phone because he never knows if he's going to have power for his laptop or not. The very fact that you can take one of these things and make money with it just by doing this, it is so amazing. It's so empowering. But because it's just you and your phone or you and your laptop, trading can be so very isolating. And you get to the point where you think you're the only one going through this. Paul told his friends, I remember when you're reading the New Testament, Paul wrote most of it. When you're reading the New Testament, you come across Paul's letter to the church at Ephesus, Paul's letter to the church at Colossae. Remember what Paul is doing. He's not sitting down to write the Bible. He had friends, dear friends, that he helped in this city start a brand new church, and he's writing them a letter because he wants them to know that he's thinking about them, he's praying about them, and he wants them to know that they're not forgotten. So he tells his friends back in Galatia, hey guys, bear one another's burdens. Do this together. I mentioned in the book an allegory that we've all heard, that we all need those three relationships. We need that mentor, we need that person doing it with us, and the person that we are mentoring. And the person with us is really the most important. They're all equally important. They're all equally important. I shouldn't have said it. They're all equally important. But you need, especially in this time of year, this for the trader, this last half of January is quitter's month, quitter's half month. This is when you say, this Forex thing is just too hard for me. I'm going to go back to investing. Or day trading is just not for me. I'm going to go back to not doing anything at all. Or, hey, I tried my trade plan. It doesn't work. I'm just going to go back to shooting from the hip. This idea of, I was given a vision, I was given a task, I was given a mission, I've tried and it's hard and I want to give up, is universal. We all go through it, which is why being part of a community, you don't have to join ours. There's some amazing communities out there. Reach out to us. We'll be happy to point you to one. Ours is free. It's on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com and search the groups for Godly Trading. But you've got to find those people out there that will help you through this, because you absolutely should not try to do this alone. Like I said, here is our Facebook community. And you can simply just go search for us go to facebook.com, groups, Godly Trading, or just search for us there. Whatever you do, don't do this alone. This verse here is, again, a few verses later, it's fantastic. From Galatians, Paul says, let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. What he's saying is, guys, don't quit. Don't give up. I know it's tough. I know that you're not having any results. I know that you're not having the results you wanted to have. It's a whole separate conversation. One that we're going to actually have Sunday night. But Paul is saying, but don't give up. Don't grow weary. And weary doesn't mean don't get tired. He means don't get discouraged in doing good, in this new thing that you've been given. You will, what's he say there? In due season, you will reap if you do not lose heart. I mean, that is trading. That is trading to a T. In due season, when the time is right, when your trade comes to fruition, you will reap, you will profit, you will benefit. If you don't lose heart, if you don't give up, if you don't quit. I've said it so many times, this is why we are here. I mean, yes, we are here to help fathers fulfill the command from Proverbs, the good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. Yes, absolutely. But I am here on, I'm over here, there's a camera. I am here, I probably be here every day, but I'm here weekly and probably more than once a week. Because I don't want you to quit. Trading is for anyone. Trading is for everyone. Trading can be done by any and everyone, and it is an amazing opportunity, and I don't want to see you quit. But I fully understand the desire, the perfectly natural inclination of, I'm tired, I'm miserable, I'm not having success, I can't see the forest for the trees, I just want to quit. I just want to give up and go back to the thing that wasn't working before, which is why I'm here now, but at least it was comfortable. At least I knew what to expect. It's a sad state of human affairs that we will often choose the prison. What is the thing about the devil that you know versus better than the devil that you don't know? I mean, you're still a devil, right? So all of that to say, we are here, and I'm recommitting right now to being here every single week. I'm not going to miss it. I'm not going to take that time off again. If I can, I will be here during the week at the same time, as many times as I possibly can. We are here for you. If you want to learn how to trade, absolutely come to our, where is it at? There we go. Absolutely come to our training, free training Sunday night. Free to anybody. Sign up. Absolutely free. And we're going to help you. Join the Facebook community. Join any community. Talk to your brother. Talk to your mother. Talk to your neighbor, whoever it is. Do not try and do this trading thing on your own. You can do it, yes, but it's going to make you miserable. And the other thing is, once you have gotten past any semblance of hurdle, whatever it is, it could be the very first thing that you encountered. You're like, I don't know what to do. And then someone gives you an answer. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, now it's your job to turn around to the next person who had that problem and say, oh, I went through that last Tuesday at 2:00. And here's how I fixed it. And here's how someone else helped me. The only way to get through this is to bear one another's burdens. So I am beating a dead horse at this point, which I hate idioms, because you're just like, why in the world would someone beat a dead horse? All I have to say, guys, I'm grateful to be here. I'm thankful for every single one of you out there. Come to the Sunday night class. Come here on Wednesdays at noon. We are here for you. Reach out to me on Facebook. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is. I'm happy, thrilled to sit down and have a one-on-one video chat with anybody for any reason, no charge. I mean, I'm in this to help people. You want to buy the book? There's how I make my money. Buy the book. But as far as this, it's always free. So reach out to us if you need us. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you all next week.